Between the seaside town of St. Petersburg and Bradenton, Florida, lies the impressive Sunshine Skyway Bridge, spanning the Tampa Bay. Although the bridge is the pride of St. Pete today, this wasn't the first bridge that united these two counties. In 1954, the first Skyway Bridge opened, replacing the ferry that transported passengers to and from the peninsula. It was celebrated around the state and nation.
There was a huge celebration on both sides of the bridge. They had, people making cakes in the shape of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. They had these women who were like the Skyway beauties, and they were dressed in like a sash for each county that they represented, north and south of the Skyway.
The fate of this bridge was altered on May 9th, 1980, when a freighter ship manned by Captain John Lero crashed into the bridge.
There was a terrible accident where the freighter, it was called Summit Venture, and it was sort of like trying to navigate by the bridge, and there was awful weather, poor visibility, and a squall just kind of came out of nowhere. And so it collided with the bridge. Because it was just really awful weather and people couldn't see, there were people who were driving on the bridge and they drove right off the bridge.
35 people were killed, including 26 that were in a Greyhound bus heading for Miami. The rest were inside cars.
So John Lero, who was the one steering the Summit Venture, really found himself at the center of a lot of controversy, and people wanted justice. And there was a whole trial for him, and it turned out that he wasn't guilty. But it still haunted him for like the rest of his life.
Opening in 1987 for the cost of $244 million, a newer, taller cable-stayed bridge was constructed. It is 190 feet above water and spans 1,200 feet. The bridge also installed concrete dolphin islands in the hopes of protecting main bridge pylons. Over 50,000 cars a day cross the new bridge, while the remnants of the old bridge have been converted into the Skyway Fishing Pier State Park.
I think it holds a really special place in this area's kind of collective heart. Certainly there's just the ability to unite both sides of the bay. I've also seen t-shirts and bumper stickers, things like My Way or the Skyway. So it's definitely something that's part of our local culture.